Hi parents, I know the math this year can be confusing at times and you're probably thinking to yourself, why can't I figure out first grade math? Don't worry, I'm here to put your mind to ease and to let you know that with these math tips, you are smarter than a first grader. Let's start with an overview of the first module your student will be going through in math, sums and differences. In this first module of grade 1, students make significant progress toward fluency with addition and subtraction of numbers to 10. They are presented with opportunities designed to advance them from counting all to counting on. This leads many students to decomposing and composing total amounts. This module is an important foundational piece for our first grade mathematicians. Let's get a little familiar with some of the terms, phrases, and strategies in this module. Count on. Students count up from one add-in to find the total. How many chocolate ice creams are there? There are 8 chocolate ice creams. Now, let's count on to find out how many ice creams there are total. 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 chocolate ice creams altogether. 8 plus 4 equals 12. Next we have expressions. Expressions do not have equal signs, so they are not equations. An example of an expression would be 2 plus 1 or 5 plus 5. Add-in. An add-in is one of the numbers being added in an addition problem. Here's an example of what an add-in would be. In this case, 3 and 2 are the add-ins. Doubles is when you add the same number together twice. Doubles plus 1 is when you use that same number, but your second add-in is 1 more. Part, in this case, is one of the missing add-ins. What is the missing part of this equation? Equation and number sentence are used interchangeably throughout this module. An example of an equation would be 5 plus 4 equals 9. Finally, we get to number bond. Your mathematicians will use number bonds to understand the part-part-whole relationships inherent to addition and subtraction. The number bond is a powerful mathematical model that students will return to throughout this curriculum. This is an example of what a number bond might look like. It needs to have 2 parts and 1 whole. In this case, one part would be 1, the other part would be 3, and then the total, or the whole, would be 4. This representation makes it easier for students to see that 3 plus 1 equals 4, just as saying that 1 plus 3 equals 4. It makes its students a lot easier to visualize the different parts that make up a whole number. Now I'm sure you're asking yourself, how can I help at home? Practice counting on as a strategy for addition. If you have 7 blocks, then you get 3 more. Encourage your students to start with the number 7 and count 8, 9, 10 to find the total. You can also discuss various ways to take apart any given number. For example, 6 is made of 5 and 1. It's also made of 4 and 2. And it can also be made of 3 and 3. Now let's think about what comes after this module. In Module 2, students begin to problem solve with teen numbers. They'll also go beyond the beginning strategies of counting on and counting back, and will learn more sophisticated strategies that involve working with groups of 10 as a basic unit, either taking 10 away or making 10 to problem solve. Well, I hope these math tips were helpful to you and that you have a better understanding of what your little mathematician will be learning in math this module. If you have any questions or concerns, you can feel free to let me know and I will gladly post another video.